Step on the front pad to prepare to cast the spell. Well done! Wave your PS move to cast the spell. Step on the back pad to defend. Well done! Step on the left front pad to prepare. Well done! Good job! Wave your PS move to cast the spell. Step on the right back pad to defend. Well done! Step on the right front pad to prepare. Good job! Wave your PS move to cast the spell. Well done! Step on the left back pad to defend. Well done! Now for the supporters. Reflection will reflect all the incoming spells back to your opponent. Press this button and wave your PS move at the same time. Good job! Freezing can freeze your opponent for a short while, making them unable to attack or defend. Press this button and wave your PS move at the same time. Good job! Freeze. Round 1. Round 1. Ready? Fight! Reflection. Reflection. Freezing. Reflection. 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 Speed up. Reflection. Freeze. Freeze. Reflection. Freeze. The winner is Harry. Round 2. Ready? Fight! Reflection. Reflection. Freeze. Reflection. Freeze. Speed up. Freeze. Reflection. Freeze. Freeze. Reflection. The winner is Malfoy. Round 3. Ready? Fight! Reflection. Reflection. Freeze. Reflection. Freeze. Speed up. Reflection. Reflection. Freeze. Reflection. Reflection. Freeze. Reflection. 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 Freeze. Reflection. Reflection. The winner is Malfoy. Therefore,
you guys are crazy. Wow. So I like any virtual world that makes people out of breath. That's a good thing. So we've seen a lot of foot stomping fight worlds over the years. I've probably had a dozen of them using various different mechanisms. And honestly, they have all sucked. This is the first one where I look at it and I say, man, it's well balanced, it's challenging, people really get into it, and they feel like your strategy really works. And so I'm super excited about a lot of the choices you guys made here. This is a tough sort of game to balance, and you made smart choices. And one of the problems is always it gets a little too complex, and having somebody else to help you. As an observer, it's like, man, this is incredibly complicated, and the game is naturally frenetic. But as a player, as the assistant, it's not too complicated. The assistant kind of really feels what's going on. The person who's playing the main part of it, you mostly know what you're doing, but it's hard, right? It's hard and it's challenging. You guys made some smart choices. You made things simpler for the assistants. You moved from 4 moves down to 2. Do you still support an advanced mode with 4, or?
We plan to have 4 if people want to play again.
Okay, that's right. So you have you're talking about having an advanced mode with 4, but having a simpler mode with 2 was pretty good. You also made some changes in terms of the way the attack and defend work a little bit, and that seems stronger and better. And your visuals got better as well. And you guys had the hard choice of, are we going to go for a Harry Potter thing or go away from it? And you went all the way in, which I think, okay, if you're going to do it, you have to go all the way in. I loved your little opening with the dialogues. I've never seen a conversation presented that way before, and it was really cute and fun, given the artwork that you had. It worked well, and you heard the audience reaction from that. It's not normally that you're like, your intro tutorial stuff gets that. You also went through the trouble of making an actual interactive tutorial, which is a lot of work, and but a complicated game like this really needs that. So yeah, no, I don't know if I have too much more. I'd worried that the game was too complex and too, I think the game rides the edge of being too complex. I think probably the first time people do it, they're going to be in a little over their heads. But what's exciting is, like, I don't think you guys were faking it up there. You were really, that really seemed like a battle to the death. I don't think you knew who was going to win that.
Actually, we have some hard choices because when we cut off the 2 skills for the supporters, we found it's not that fun as before. But when we played test, we found that for the naive guests, they could learn 2 skills easily. But if we have 4, he may need 3 or 4 rounds to get familiar with that. So we think for naive guests, we just have 2 is enough. But if they want to have more fun, we can have 4. Mm-hmm. And we found that for the supporters, they play like a strategic game. So if people want to have some strategy, they prefer the supporters. But for the attackers, it seems like a more action game. So if you want to do some sport, maybe for the attackers.
Yeah. No, I think those were great choices.
One, if you take this to jury, I would say scrap the hats and get scarves. Harry Potter and scarves, that's how they do everything. And it's winter, and actually scarves on guests is okay. Like, it would work decently well, and actually it would help because then I could see the teams and I'd know color-wise who's who. So man, just do that. What are your plans for having this in a room? Because you're clearly doing top-down projection. Are you planning on doing also display for the guests, for the audience as well?
We plan to put our top-down projector in the game lounge, a lot IPRS room.
And I actually think you should. I liked being able to see it as an audience member. I think this world, honestly, like if you the final round, like you had 2 guys dueling to the death on the last bar of health, and you guys were looking down at the ground. Yeah. All of us were looking at the screen because we can't see down there. So I would think hard about how to get that to work.
Because I'm not sure how they will line up the people, but if they could line in the room, and when they're lining, they could see the other players play.
Well, and your world does not rely upon mystery or surprise or anything like that. Like, honestly, guests watching it is a great way for them to learn how to play. Exactly. So I think that's going to be part of the experience. And your world, your world from outside looks complicated, but it seems like, I mean, the tutorial actually did a good job of breaking it down and explaining it, and there are just some basic concepts you need to learn, and it's intimidating, but it seems like if you get it, then you can really get into it. And having the guests watch it, especially having the guests watch the tutorial to sort of explain it, went a long way for me understanding, because when just watching you get up and do it at interim and whatnot, it's like, whoa, what's going on? Where's all this stuff coming from? But yeah, I would think hard about how you do that, have the guests in the room watching the other round and whatnot. But it looks like it's a lot of fun, and it seems like, people would love to play Wizard's Duel, and you've got the motion and all that stuff, and so